I live in Nashville. By now you've heard about the flood. By now you know that Kenny Chesney and Keith Urban lost a lot. You've heard about Opryland and the Grand Old Opry, and you've seen the stunning images of downtown and our football stadium submerged. What you haven't seen is the hundreds of other small neighborhoods just like mine. Thousands, really, if you factor in the 30 counties in Tennessee that have been declared a federal disaster. 30 counties. Did you know that? The destruction of this flood is massive. There are rumors as why we didn't get the coverage. People say it's because it wasn't in the poorest parts of Nashville, but that's not really true. It most certainly was. People say it was because we didn't go crazy and have a lot of looting, stealing, and rioting. I like to chalk that up to our city officials, police department, and firemen who worked 12-hour shifts 24 hours a day. People say that's because the oil spill and the attempted bombing are voter issues, environmental issues, national security issues. But you know, I don't know about that either. An entire region just suffered one of the most costly natural disasters in American history. There are a plethora of environmental issues. Cars, businesses, semis full of cargo, raw sewage, and death flowed through our streets and now flow through the Cumberland River, a main artery of water in the center of this country. What I do know is that because we got skimmed over, our city did not get the thousands of volunteers Katrina got. George Clooney didn't come here to do a special. We held our own. At least Vince Gill did for us, God bless him, and it aired on our local TV station. We haven't got the outpouring that Haiti did, and we didn't get a president coming to shake hands of the people or walk through their neighborhoods. So we did what the volunteer state does. We formed groups, and regular citizens came out and helped each other. At our little site alone, the first day brought 30, the next day 60, and by Saturday, over 400 people came out and went into our neighborhoods to begin to rebuild. What I would like you to do is meet some of my neighbors from right here in good old East Nashville, Tennessee, USA. These are the people that Oprah and Obama didn't bother to come visit. This is their story. This is the story that no one bothered to tell.
It's not like we just had an accident or a bad day. We were a part of a disaster that has affected a part of the country that, you know, will never probably be the same. I mean, hopefully we'll be better because of it. I think we will. I know my husband and I will. I know that we are learning lessons that can't be taught, that you can only live through. And that my husband's gonna walk away from this like a better, stronger man. I know that I will, and my children will benefit from this, from what he's going to learn and the relationships that he's going to forge and has just in the last couple days, that our family will benefit for a lifetime because of it. The couple across the street came over yesterday. So they've been working all day digging, and he's pulling out insulation, and they came over to our backyard and said, "We're taking a break. Where do we start?" It's amazing. They just got the water out from under the house last night with a sump pump at about 8 o'clock. It was all out. You can feel the buckling on this floor. Yeah. All this will have to come down. I mean, they say it will dry out. It's just you're at a race between time and the mold.
We just kept watching it rise and rise and rise, and none of us knew when it was going to stop. And the water was coming down the front where the street is, because the lawns couldn't hold it up there. So it was coming from every direction. But, you know, when it's your home, you don't want to leave it. You want to save it, and you want to do what you can. And so we stuck it out. Some of our neighbors weren't so fortunate, and it's just heartbreaking to see the damage that they've had to deal with, but so many of them lost everything. Patrick and I have been like holding parties in our driveway, cooking for everybody, and, you know, making merriment so spirits are lifted higher.
The family of 9 stays here in this house.
And do you have flood insurance?
No, it went up. We had it for 8 years, and it was affordable, and then the FEMA come back and redone it, and we couldn't afford it. So the last year and a half, we haven't had any flood insurance. So all this is on us. What little bit we've left that we can maybe wash or something is kind of spread around back here. Red Cross has been by to feed us and water us, and the Metro Police has watered us and looking out after it at night. And the help they put out is well appreciated. And the church has donated some clothes, and got us some breeches and stuff we can work in. And
The kids are pitching in?
yes, kids are doing all we can. Me and my wife had 7 kids, and it made it for a household and stuff.
Jason brought me in a canoe 2 days ago, and we rescued my cat. The water level had got up to right along here in the house. So your TVs and everything is, and bedding and everything is pretty well gone. All this stuff was jumbled up. This couch weighs a ton, and it was against this wall.
Really?
This long couch was up and down through here.
Oh my God.
And everything, and everything else is jumbled. We have essentially done nothing back here.
And you came in and just found it all this way?
Yeah. As you can see, there's very little that you can salvage out of this.
Your life and your memories and...
I know.
And then what's the sad part, flood insurance is only gonna pay for 4 feet of your damages, and look how much damage I have all the way up.
Was your wow. So your entire home was underwater?
I don't know how much they documented, but one of our neighbors came down the street on Monday and said that he could only see, we have a 12-foot carport, he could only see about 2 inches of our carport.
Wow.
Just have to start all over again. You know. Well, main thing, we're alive. Fireman comes by to see me every day. And see, because I wouldn't go with him. And I said, no, I'm not going. He said, you're going right now. I said, no, I'm not going. You go across the street and get her, get Ruth Bauer and Sebastian the cat first. And then I will go with you.
The water was right at, I've got a picture actually, where the water was right at the threshold. And I was standing over on the road, and I put a pebble down at the edge of the water, and I was talking to a couple of guys, and 3 minutes later I looked down and the pebble was about that far back in the water, you know. And so it was just continuing to creep up, and it was just a really helpless feeling. You couldn't do anything, you know. You knew it was getting ready to go in,
Right.
and you just had to just watch it, you know. But you know what, even with this kind of tragedy, what you find, I mean, you really start seeing the blessings. What a gift the people have been to come and just show up and pitch in and help. You know, it's been.
I don't want to take from someone who needs it more. But at the end of the day, I keep telling my husband, we need it. And if we don't accept it, then those around us, I'm sorry, we're gonna put too much on our mom and our dad and our sister and our brother. A lot of people say the same thing. A guy at our daughter's school said, so many people keep saying, don't help us help that guy down the street. Don't help us help that lady across the street. But we all need it, and we all need to accept it, and we're in an amazing part of the country. And that's one of the big blessings that I think, you know, we need to count. And I think, if anything, this flood will make Nashville a bigger star than it already was.
Yes, we are the volunteer state, but this time it might be bigger than us. So I'm asking you, pleading really, donate. Come here and volunteer. Buy our t-shirts, send goods, whatever you can do, but please, do something.
If you got a problem, don't care what it is. If you need a hand, I can assure you this. I can help.